All right, traders, George here, and time to take a look at the S&P futures and give you an update for my projections. And let me just show you what I'm looking at. It's sort of a battle of impulses. We've had a bullish bounce off of the lows here at 1732. We've reclaimed a key commitment zone here in the upper 1700s. We've moved up to the 1828 to 44 balance beam spike here, the dominant spike. We've turned that into support. We broke to new all-time highs. Then we pulled back and we've tested it as support, and we're sort of riding on top of that right now. So the battle of impulses is this bullish impulse here. Will it be able to continue that energy, yes or no? And this corrective impulse here with this outside return finding resistance at about 72s, does that have more work to do to the downside? Well, the bulls can't go up unless they pass through a couple of key gates here, and the bears can't move lower likewise unless they pass through a few points. And here are the battle zones. Right now, Sunday evening, we're at 1857. We've just crossed over 1852. That's a sign of further strength here from the bulls. They're getting a good support bounce here. As of last Friday, we've put in a higher low here. Anything that breaks back below 44s, we could see a deeper fill as low as about 1830. I've got 1828 tagged here as in red because if we start trading below and closing below 1828, we've got a good air pocket. Not as much trading here, and we could see price move down a bit more quickly. For a harmonic target to the downside, there's a lot of confluence at 1810 to 1804, and then below that 1792 to 1788. So these would be the first two key targets below 1828. But look at the commitment zone here. This is immense commitment all the way at the top with price sitting on top of it. So this is about as bullish as a scenario as you can see. And what would undo that is price moving below 28s. They did it over here for a second, and the bulls came right back up with the classic pass-through effect, just like they did down here, and popped it right back up. So we're at 57s right now. We've got 63s to get through, then up to 72. I've got 72 in green here because if we start trading above 72s, we're really above all the commitment here, period, over and out, which means it wouldn't take much more than a shove to get price moving up quite a bit more. 1891, 1914, and then 1926.75 are the three main upside targets I have north of 72, and you'll see that there's a beautiful one-to-one harmonic here that comes into 1926. It happens to be at the square root of 3 plus confluence to a much earlier move that the S&P had. So a lot of gravity there. There's also a good amount of confluence at 1914. And then of course 1890, that was the target from the earlier projection, and we got a pretty good fade once we tagged that. So now we're sitting above a key commitment area, and it's weighted to the bull side for sure. Breakdowns here is something to watch if we get something next week. Now, I'll make mention of two other things. There are some time cycles at play here of 60 and 100 days locking into some key structure here, and we could be seeing something important happen structurally if that time cycle plays nice within the next 7 days. So something coming up in the next 7 days, and then something coming up in the mid-May zone. I'll make more mention of that in the live room, but for right now, that's the battlefield right there. Those are the price points to watch. And here's something else to watch. You want to get further belief behind this process. Watch what happens during the day at any one of these key price points. For example, where we are right now, we're sitting over a key commitment level, but we've got to go up a bit more to take out this guy here. We could absolutely have one of those narrow ranging days where we're trading between 52 and 44 or 63 and 52. And maybe we have a little bit of a Globex move that moves us to one of those price points, and we stay locked up within those zones. These price points will all have a role in structure development as price starts to do what it's going to do, and you'll get more belief from that if you know about them in advance. And then as the week unfolds, you'll say, we just found resistance at 72. Oh, we just broke above 72. Look how quickly we moved up to 91. Those kinds of things will start to be more apparent. But right now, looking pretty good here at 57s. Anything below the swing low from last Friday would be on alert for further downside, and then 28's the big trigger for more downside targets, but this is weighted to the bull side. I'm looking for 72, and over that we're going to hit 1926. That's the S&P grid for now. I'll update you in the live room, and we'll see you there.